Success is not a comfortable procedure. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you all something: success is not easy. It is not pretty, and it sure is not comfortable. See, most people want success, but they want it wrapped up all nice, delivered straight to their doorstep with no struggle, no sacrifice, and no discomfort. But that's not how it works. That success requires discomfort. That's the truth most people don't want to hear. Everybody wants to be successful, but very few are willing to go through what it takes to get there. The reality is, success isn't a smooth road, it's a tough climb. And that climb is filled with struggle, setbacks, fear, and uncertainty. The moment you decide to chase something bigger than yourself, you're going to face challenges that make you question everything. That's the discomfort that comes with growth. Comfort is easy. It's predictable. It's safe. But it's also the biggest barrier between you and your dreams. People stay in jobs they hate because it's comfortable. They hold on to relationships that no longer serve them because it's familiar. They refuse to take risks because they don't want to feel the weight of uncertainty. But that's the problem. Comfort keeps you stagnant. It keeps you in the same place year after year, watching other people go after the life you wish you had. The people who succeed in life are the ones willing to endure discomfort. They're the ones who wake up early while everyone else is sleeping. They work when others are relaxing. They push through exhaustion, through rejection, through failure, because they understand that every struggle is shaping them into the person they need to become. Success doesn't come to those who avoid the grind. It comes to those who embrace it. Think about a seed planted in the ground. Before it ever breaks through the surface, it has to push through layers of dirt. It has to grow roots in complete darkness, stretching, struggling, reaching for the nutrients it needs to survive. That process isn't easy, but it's necessary. If the seed refuses to push through the dirt, it never becomes a tree. That's exactly how success works. You don't get to skip the struggle. You don't get to avoid the hard parts. You have to push through the discomfort to break through to the other side. Most people quit the moment things get hard. They start a business, and when they don't see instant results, they give up. They chase a dream, but the moment they face rejection, they walk away. They set a goal, but when progress is slow, they convince themselves it wasn't meant to be. That's why so many people stay stuck in mediocrity, because they only want success when it's convenient. But success will never be convenient. It will always require discomfort. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people choose comfort over growth. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But the truth is, fear will never disappear. No matter how much you prepare, no matter how much experience you gain, fear will always be there. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people feel the fear and move forward anyway. They understand that fear is just a sign that they're stepping into something greater. That struggle is part of the process. That's something people often forget when they're chasing success. We all see the end result, the moment when everything looks perfect, but we rarely see the journey it took to get there. The setbacks, the hard edges, the failures, the people who succeed aren't the ones who have it easy. They're the ones who endure the struggle and keep moving forward despite it. You can't have success without a little pain. It's the nature of growth. Think about it, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. Anything that grows goes through a period of struggle. When you're working out, your muscles tear down before they rebuild stronger. When you're learning a new skill, you'll fail, you'll make mistakes, and it will feel uncomfortable. But those moments of struggle are the very things that prepare you for what's ahead. They build resilience, determination, and character. Too many people give up when the struggle gets tough. The moment they face a challenge, they think it's a sign that they're not meant to succeed. They start doubting themselves, questioning if they have what it takes. But that's exactly when you have to push harder. It's in those moments of difficulty that your true potential is revealed. If you quit every time something goes wrong, you'll never find out just how far you could have gone. Struggles are tests, not signs to quit. The universe doesn't throw obstacles at you because it wants you to fail. It's testing your commitment to your dreams. When you face setbacks, you have a choice. You can either let them break you or you can let them build you. Every failure, every disappointment, every rejection is a lesson. It teaches you what doesn't work, what to avoid, and what you need to improve. You have to embrace the struggle, not run from it. Look at anyone who has achieved something great, and I guarantee you, they've faced challenges. They've had moments where they wanted to throw in the towel, where it seemed like everything was falling apart. But they kept going. They didn't let the struggle defeat them. They used it to fuel their progress. That's the key to success. It's not about avoiding problems or finding an easy way out. It's about learning how to keep going in the face of adversity. There's no such thing as a straight line to success. There are twists, turns, bumps in the road, and moments when you feel completely lost. But every struggle you encounter is a part of the process. It's not there to discourage you. It's there to make you stronger, to prepare you for the next level. You will never be the person you're meant to be without going through the hard times. And the beautiful thing about struggle is that it doesn't last forever. The pain, the frustration, the confusion, it all has an expiration date. But what you learn from it, how it shapes you and molds you, that stays with you. And when you look back at the struggles you've overcome, you'll realize that they were the building blocks to your success. That hard work beats talent. It's a simple truth that many people overlook when they're dreaming big. Talent can only take you so far, but it's the work you put in, the consistent effort, the long hours, the sweat and sacrifice that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Talent might get you noticed, but it's hard work that will make you stand out, keep you moving forward, and ultimately get you to where you want to be. There are plenty of people out there with raw talent. They're gifted, they have a natural ability, and it seems like everything they touch turns to gold. But without hard work, that talent is wasted. Talent is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. If you're born with a special skill, it's your job to hone it, to nurture it, and to put in the effort to perfect it. Talent is nothing without the drive to push it to its limits. Think about the greats in any field, sports, entertainment, business, or anything else. They didn't get there because they were simply born with something special. They got there because they put in the hours, the grind, the dedication, even when no one was watching. They stayed up late practicing their craft, working on their weaknesses, and pushing through the days when they didn't feel like it. Talent without hard work is like a car with a powerful engine, but no fuel. It looks good, but it won't go anywhere. And here's the thing, hard work doesn't always feel glamorous. There's no instant gratification. There are days when you put in the effort and see no immediate results. There are nights when you're exhausted, when you want to give up, but you keep going anyway. And that's when the magic happens. When you push past your limits, when you show up when it's hard, that's when you make progress. Talent can't do that for you. Only hard work can. Hard work is about doing the things that others won't. It's about getting up when everyone else is sleeping, about staying late when everyone else is heading home. It's about getting comfortable being uncomfortable and doing the things that are necessary, not the things that are easy. It's about consistency. Talent might get you noticed, but hard work will make sure you stay in the game and keep climbing higher. And don't let anyone tell you that talent is enough. Talent may open the door for you, but it's the work you put in that will keep it open. There are countless stories of people who came from nothing, who didn't have the most natural ability, but they outworked everyone around them. They stayed hungry, they kept learning, and they kept growing. They didn't rely on talent alone. They knew that hard work was the key to their success. So never let anyone make you feel like you're not capable because you don't have natural talent. You don't need to be the most gifted person in the room to be successful. What matters is that you're willing to put in the work day in and day out, rain or shine. That's how you rise above the rest. And that's how hard work will always beat talent in the end. Rejection and failure are tests, not signs to quit. When you step into the arena of success, rejection will come, failure will come. And let me tell you, it's not a matter of if, but when. Every single person who has ever achieved anything worth having has been knocked down, turned away, told no, or faced massive setbacks. But what separates those who succeed from those who fall by the wayside is how they respond to those moments. The successful ones don't let rejection define them. They don't let failure convince them they aren't capable. Instead, they take it as a test of their commitment. When you get rejected, when you face failure, don't see it as the end. See it for what it is, a lesson, an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to get better. Rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means you haven't found the right path yet. Failure isn't a sign that you're not meant to succeed. It's simply part of the process. Every time you fall, you learn something new. Every time you get knocked down, you gain the strength to get up stronger. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go the way you want them to. You put in the effort, you try your best, and still the doors don't open. People say no. You face obstacles that seem insurmountable, but you have to remember failure is not permanent. It's a chapter in the story, not the whole book. The most successful people didn't get where they are by avoiding failure. They got there because they understood that failure isn't final. It's simply a stepping stone to success. Look at some of the most successful people in the world. Many of them faced rejection countless times before they ever had a breakthrough. Some were laughed at, told their ideas were crazy, told they'd never make it, but they didn't give up. They didn't take no for an answer. They didn't let one failure define their future. Instead, they took rejection as a challenge. They took failure as feedback. They adjusted, adapted, and tried again, knowing that each rejection brought them one step closer to where they wanted to be. Failure teaches you something that success never can. It teaches resilience. It teaches you to keep going when you're exhausted. It teaches you to look at setbacks not as signs of defeat, but as opportunities to reassess, to improve, and to push forward. Without failure, you wouldn't know what you're capable of. Without rejection, you wouldn't know the depth of your determination. Every time you hear no, don't get discouraged. Every time you fall short, don't think it's the end of the road. You're just being tested. The universe is checking to see how badly you want it, how much you're willing to fight for it. And every time you rise after being knocked down, you prove that you have what it takes to succeed. Remember, rejection and failure aren't there to break you. They're there to build you. They're there to shape you into the person who is strong enough, determined enough, and resilient enough to handle the success that's coming your way. You just have to keep going, keep fighting, keep believing. Discipline over distractions. This is one of the most crucial lessons you can learn if you want to succeed. The world we live in today is full of distractions, endless notifications, constant noise, and a million things pulling at your attention every single day. It's easy to get lost in the chaos, to get caught up in the things that co-emergent but aren't important. If you want to rise above, if you want to achieve anything worthwhile, you have to learn how to master your focus and choose discipline over the distractions that are constantly vying for your time. Success doesn't come to the person who lets distractions rule their life. It comes to the person who makes a choice every day to prioritize what matters most. You can't afford to let every little interruption steal your time. You can't afford to let every social media update, every phone call, every small problem pull you off track. If you're serious about achieving your goals, you have to be intentional with how you spend your time. You have to be disciplined enough to say no to things that don't serve your purpose. The first step to discipline is learning how to say no, not just to other people, but to yourself. It's easy to get distracted by the things that seem fun or interesting in the moment, but those things can take you off course. The more you indulge in distractions, the further away you get from your goals. So you have to make a conscious decision to say no to the things that take away from your focus and yes to the things that will move you closer to where you want to be. It's all about building good habits. Discipline isn't something you just decide to have one day. It's something you practice every day. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. The more you stick to your routine, the more you prioritize your goals over instant gratification, the more you start seeing results. And results create momentum. When you see that your disciplined approach is working, you'll be motivated to keep going, to push through even when it's hard. But it's not just about avoiding distractions, it's also about creating an environment that supports your focus. If you're serious about success, you have to set up your surroundings so that they encourage your discipline. That might mean putting your phone in another room when you're working or setting specific hours for focused work time. It might mean cutting out people or activities that don't align with your goals. Whatever it takes, you need to create an environment that minimizes distractions and maximizes your ability to concentrate. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that multitasking will get you ahead. People will tell you that you need to be doing everything all at once to succeed. But the truth is, multitasking is a distraction in itself. When you split your attention between too many things, none of them get the attention they deserve. Discipline means focusing on one thing at a time, giving it your full attention, and doing it to the best of your ability. There will always be distractions, always be things that pull at your attention. But discipline is what keeps you grounded, keeps you moving forward, even when it feels like the world is trying to pull you in a million directions. And once you learn how to choose discipline over distractions, you'll start to see that success is not just about working hard, it's about working smart. Focusing on what truly matters, and refusing to let the small things get in the way of your big dreams. No shortcuts, just commitment. This is the truth that most people miss when they're chasing after success. Everyone loves the idea of finding the easiest way to the top, the quickest route, the shortcut that promises instant results with minimal effort. But the reality is there are no shortcuts to true success. The people who make it, the ones who really build something meaningful, understand that it's all about the long game. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and being committed to the process even when it feels like nothing is happening. Shortcuts might seem tempting. They promise faster results, less work, and a quicker path to your goals. But here's the problem with shortcuts: they don't last. They're built on quick fixes that might give you a temporary boost, but they don't provide the solid foundation needed for long-term success. When you take a shortcut, you skip the process, and without the process, you miss out on the lessons, the growth, and the strength that come from pushing through the hard times. It's the struggle, the grind, the persistence that makes success worthwhile. Commitment is what separates those who make it from those who give up halfway. The truth is, success doesn't come from one big, lucky break. It comes from the accumulation of consistent, disciplined efforts over time. It comes from making the decision every day to keep going, even when things aren't working, even when you want to quit, and even when others doubt you. Commitment is about staying the course, trusting the process, and knowing that every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is bringing you closer to your goal. The road to success is long and is filled with obstacles. There will be moments when you're exhausted, when it feels like everything is falling apart, when you wonder if it's all worth it. But if you're committed to your goals, you push through those moments. You keep working even when the results aren't showing up yet. You keep going even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. Because the reality is, success takes time. And every day you commit to the process, you're building momentum that will eventually pay off. People want instant gratification. They want quick results. But the ones who succeed are the ones who are willing to delay gratification, to stay focused on the bigger picture, and to trust that all their hard work will eventually pay off. They understand that success is not an event, it's a process. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and most importantly, commitment. You might look around and see others achieving their goals quickly, and you might feel discouraged or frustrated. But remember, don't know their story. You don't know how long they've been working, how many times they've failed, how much time and effort they've invested. What matters is not how fast you get there, but that you keep moving forward, that you keep showing up day after day, even when the path seems unclear. In the end, success is about the commitment to put in the work, to endure the tough times, and to never lose sight of your vision. There are no shortcuts to success, only the dedication to stay the course even when the going gets tough. Thanks for watching.